Good morning. Hi, I'm Kristin Omdahl and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 292 and we're here live in Southwest Florida waiting on the sun to rise over the buildings and the trees to the east. This is the Gulf of Mexico behind me. I'm trying to get the horizon straight and I'm being completely unsuccessful about it. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me know what you're crafting on this morning, what you're up to, and I will show you what I'm up to. If you have any questions, please feel welcome to ask me. That's what a live stream podcast is all about. And if you end up watching the recorded version, please also feel welcome to say hello and leave comments because I love replying to those throughout the day as well. Good morning, Karen, Sherry, Judy, Nikki, Melissa, Christy. Thanks for joining me live. Hi, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. This is a really old Lucky Brand sheer blouse that is one of my favorites. An eBay find, I'm afraid to say, so can't really share a link for that, but it has a navy blue base and white and violet purple print, and it kind of reminds me of a tattoo or a dragon. Very exotic print. Love it. And I'm wearing my brand new, I guess it's kind of a cargo vest. This is the one that I found on Amazon and talked about yesterday. It has a hood, it has a zipper and snaps and these great pockets on the front and that waistband strap that makes it so flattering when you are going to zip it up. I like wearing something like this a little bit oversized so that you can really take advantage of that drawstring waist. I look summery, Sonia says. All right, well, I guess I'm wishing the weather was warmer. It's chillier than I thought it was going to be this morning. Yeah, the sky is ominous this morning, but it's great colors. And because of that dark gray up there, it's really making the green in the water pop out, which you don't always see that green tone in the water until you see the contrast with the sky like that. And then the warm tones in the sand, all still pretty, but you're right, it is a little ominous. Looks like we've got storms coming. But if you look to the south, the sky's got a lot more gold in it over there. Not sure we're gonna see the sunrise in the east this morning. Looks like it's totally covered by clouds, but look at how much more blue it looks to the north of us. That would be where Fort Myers is. So there's hope that the clouds will burn off when the sun comes up and we'll still have a sunny day. Who knows? But it is chilly. And it's still pretty nonetheless, and it's awesome that we see something different every day, isn't it? The birds have been friendly this morning until I turn the camera on, of course. Oh, Sonia loves my earrings. Thank you. This is one of the earrings from my newest book, 80 Handmade Gifts, and this is called the Kelly earrings, or one of the patterns in there. It takes 5 minutes to make each one. Chris wants to know what time it is here. It's around 7:45 a.m. Hi, Judy. Hi, Edna. Hi, Lily. No, Sherry, I didn't do the, it's not a tutorial. I'm doing, I'm taking over her Only Free Crochet group on Facebook today, so I'll be hosting it for about an hour, which means I get to do an intro video and I get to share a curated list of free crochet patterns for that hour. So, and they like to see you do some of your own patterns, but also share other people's patterns. And I thought, now that as I'm writing a book on baby patterns for Be So Baby Yarn, I thought it was going to be really fun to curate a list of projects that would be great for substituting Be So Baby Yarn. So the curated list of patterns that I share from my free patterns are going to be great last minute gift ideas, things that you could make quickly for the holidays because the holidays are almost here. And for the ones where I chose other people's patterns, I chose things that were for babies, like toys and gifts for babies that are all done in DK weight yarn. So I think it'd be a great pattern suggestions for doing in Be So Baby Yarn. Wanted to give, so that'll start around noon today Eastern time, and it'll go for about an hour. So if you want to join us over there, that'd be great. Also, the intro video around noon will be the first time I show my new video studio. So as you know, I recently moved and I redecorated a new space for my video studio. I think you're gonna love the colors. What's interesting is that Everything in this video space is things that I already had, but things that I had in maybe my bedroom or the dining room or my office or my workspace or my video studio before, but I pulled from all those different rooms and put together my new video space, and I'm like, I didn't realize I had all that cool stuff that fits so perfectly together for this gorgeous room. Good morning, Tammy. So I'm super excited to show it to you, and after today you'll start seeing it in new video tutorials, but the first time you'll see it will be in Only Free Crochet's group today. So anyway, what else was I gonna say about that? Don't know, but if anybody has any other questions about that, I'm happy to answer them. Do I search for Kim? No, it's on Facebook. It's called Only Free Crochet. Moss does not grow on Kristin. I'm not sure what that means, Tammy. Maybe it means something about aging. I'll assume it means something about aging and take it as a compliment, but it's funny. I love euphemisms. And noon my time. Yep, noon Eastern time. So it's almost 8 o'clock. It'll be 4 hours from now. If you're watching this live, it'll be in about 4 hours. It means I'm never still. Aha, okay. That's another one. Yeah, I'm always busy. Yeah. Yeah, I always... Speaking of being busy, I've been dyeing yarn this week, and it's almost dry, and you know what that means. It's almost time to photograph and list them in my shop. I've got some new colors coming. So I don't know if you saw, but Pantone released the new color of the year, and it's called Living Coral. And it's based on a story and a theme of Miami Beach colors. And I was like, hello, I love that. So it's a little more pink than the tropical hot coral color that I already have. So it's got a little more pink tone to it. So of course I dyed some yarn in a living coral color, or something that I was inspired by that. So it starts with a peachy coral like my existing coral color, and then with a little bit more of a hot pink undertone to it, so it comes out a little bit warmer. So there will be a living coral color. We're gonna have a Mermaid 02. We're gonna have a Sunrise 05. We're gonna have, oh, this is all in bling yarn, so sporty bling and fine bling. We're gonna have a Feisty Flamingo, hot pink, living color, Mermaid 02, Sunrise 05. What am I missing? I think there's more. Huh, I don't remember now. Oh, and Sky's the Limit, which is a beautiful color of the sky too. So I think together they look really beautiful. They look like candy. They look like Miami Beach. They're bright and vibrant and fun. Oh, and Ava's Isle d'Amour, that combination of violet plum and hot pink and raspberry. So that one's going to be really pretty too. So these are all colors that I did in Be So Fine Bling and Be So Sporty Bling, which for those of you that would like a little quick reminder, this is a bamboo yarn that has a pure silver thread plied into the yarn, not synthetic lurex, not synthetic metallic thread, pure silver. It's gorgeous, and it's going to come in some really awesome new colors, and I should have those listed in my shop hopefully by the end of today or tomorrow. If you are signed up for my mailing list, you'll be first to know when they're available, and that's usually where I announce it first, when they're in the shop. And after that, I will bring them here to the beach to show them to you live and in sunlight. Barbara loves her Sunrise 04. Wonderful, I'm so glad. Sunrise 05 is has a little bit of, has a little turquoise in it, and it has a little bit of coral and some of the blending in between those two colors. Some of it turned out a little more mauve-y, and some of it turned out with a little more iris purple. Do I have a gradient yarn? No, Sybil, thanks for asking though. I am working on doing, oh, I wasn't going to mention this yet, but I am working on a gradient dyeing collection for Be So Brave and Be So Tender yarn soon. I need to get through what I'm working on now with the bling yarns, but as soon as I get those up and listed, my next dyeing project is going to be doing some gradients. So it's going to be so fun, so fun. So thanks for asking, and that was the secret I didn't mention last week, but I'm mentioning now. Good morning, Grace. Thanks for joining live. Glad to see you. Grace and I had some issues with email last week. You know what, Grace? I sent you as a test after she was having trouble getting emails from me with an attachment, and so I sent her a sneak preview copy, a sneak preview of the cover of Crochet Encyclopedia Volume 1, and I didn't hear back from her, so I'm guessing it's still the attachment issues. Anyways, I'll try it again. Edna, Marlon's great. Thanks for asking. Working hard as always, playing tennis. He was supposed to have a tournament this weekend, and that tournament got canceled. So it means a rest. It means a rest and healthy eating weekend for him. Yeah, that's strange. Well, I'll figure out another way to get it to you, Grace. I'm excited to show you. Grace is one of my editors on my books, and we were chatting while I was working on the cover, so I thought it was an opportunity to test and see what was going on with attachments with their emails. So guess it's still not working. We'll figure it out. Yeah, rest weekends are good for Marlon too, so I got to figure out what to feed him and figure out what I'm cooking this weekend. I still don't know what I'm making for dinner tonight even. Hi Annie, thanks for joining live. Okay, remember yesterday we were going to talk about other color palettes for making the mandalas in Be So Baby yarn. Here is the pink and purple one that I've been working on for my bedroom. I love it. It has peach and princess pink and orchid, diva pink and violet, and then those colors are repeated. This is a free mandala pattern already on my website. You can search for it by mandala and it'll come up as a free pattern with chart. I can show you the chart here. It's in my pocket because I have awesome pockets on my vest, in my vest now. So it comes with the chart. It also comes with video tutorial, which is great for those of you that prefer video. And the original was done in Be So Serene yarn, and I'm redoing it in Be So Baby yarn because I love having all these colors to choose from, and I wanted to show you how you could pick 5 different colors and make totally different looks. So this one I did for my bedroom in those bright and vibrant fiery colors. I'm doing something a little more beachy and water related for my kitchen. So I'm using Snowflake, Platinum, Prince, Splash, and Turquoise, and repeating those for my kitchen. Like I showed you the other day, I'm going to, and I'll be teaching in a video, I'm going to do some macrame feathers for in the fringe. Probably going to add some beads, maybe even some sea glass to this one, and some different beads for this one. But what I wanted to show you was how many different 5 colors we could put together, or how many other palettes we could put together from the 15 colors. So I'm pretty sure I have all 15 colors here with me today now. Some of these are not full balls anymore because I'm working on my mandalas. But yesterday I was missing cherry, which is the red. And in order to show you some different combinations, yes, Sherry, there's going to be a tutorial for the feathers, hopefully in the next couple of days. I wanted to get a couple of them made first before I do the tutorial because I wanted to show some examples. I have one done. What camera am I using out there? This is just my iPhone. I use the camera on my iPhone, and I use the app on a YouTube app for live streaming, but it's the same camera that I use for most of my photos too. I think it's all about the lighting. I think that smartphones usually have really amazing cameras nowadays that can do most things that you need. If you're doing truly professional photography, yes, you need professional cameras, not discrediting professional photography at all. But to do quick stuff for social media, I think that if you really pay attention to lighting and have great lighting, I think that you can do what you need to do for social media with a smartphone camera. Hi Rachel. Okay, so I was going to show you, I guess we'll dump this out. I was going to show you some different ideas for rainbows. So if you were going to do a rainbow palette, you could do red. Oh, shoot, I forgot Buttercup again. I knew I was missing another color. Well, we can do a couple other ones anyway. So we could go with the green and the blue and, and violet. So even these 4, okay, so if you use these 4 as your core, good morning. You go with the red. Good, how are you? I haven't seen him, no. I will, because he was like closer than you are to me yesterday in taking photos. Like, I don't care if it's from a I mean, you're in the public, whatever. But he was in my personal space taking photos, and it was actually the people on the podcast, we're live right now, by the way, they pointed him out because he was behind my back and that close, which is just inappropriate. No, it was in my personal space, I agree. And I should have said something, but I was scared, so I ended the podcast and came and told you instead. Yeah.
Go up there and tell him too.
Oh, if it happened again, I would. Yeah, because
he needs to know too.
Absolutely.
And if Anne-Marie or crew chief
yeah, I'm not afraid to call the police. I stopped a forest fire at Bonita Beach, or Barefoot Beach one time. There were kids lighting stuff, you know where the picnic tables are? Yeah. There were kids lighting stuff there and they wouldn't listen to me when I told them to stop. I called the police on them. Yeah. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you. You too. Yeah, so yesterday I reported that guy because he was way too close taking photos. I know some of you noticed him in the background, but I'm sorry, to be in personal space and behind somebody and taking photos is socially inappropriate behavior, and although I didn't feel comfortable confronting him, I felt like that was too aggressive yesterday. I did report him immediately when we finished the podcast. And you know what's funny is that he mentioned the way he talked to me yesterday also was a little off-putting, but it was because, like he said, he was trying to joke and make light of it. But interesting. Yeah, you need to be, you know what I told him yesterday? I said, I don't need to do anything about it, but what I want is a record of creepy behavior. So that I said, if he does something else creepy today or tomorrow or this week, I want you to know that it's not the first time he did something creepy. So it's like, not like he did anything to me. He didn't touch me, he didn't say anything mean to me, but his behavior was inappropriate. And I feel like people have a right to know about the history of someone's creepy behavior. So for me, just saying it to another person so that other people are looking was important enough. Speaking of my charity, Project Kristin Cares, that is also a reason why you report bad behavior, whether it's reporting to the police or reporting to a friend. Bad behavior should not go unnoticed. Unfortunately, most domestic violence cases don't even get reported, which is why when you're dating and you meet someone new, unless someone else has reported their bad behavior before, you don't know their history. I know I'm going off on a tangent now, but that is one of the reasons why I have fought so hard over the years to make sure that people get the justice that they need, because how do you know what someone's history is if there is no record of it? And Lily, you're right, we did not know what his intentions were yesterday. Who the heck knows what he did with those photos? And there's a level of culture right now where you're not, I'm sitting here in the public doing something publicly. I can't stop people from taking pictures or doing or watching or doing silly things. And I understand that, and I'm putting myself out there, and I realize there's a level of it that I have to accept. Some people are weird, some people stare, and whatever. I'm in the public, there's a level of that. But when someone crosses the line and does things inappropriately, that is when I have the right to stand up and say, you've gone too far. And, you know, it wasn't the worst thing we've ever seen, but it was enough that he needed to be reported. So, anyway. Yeah, Lisa, stalking can be very, very scary. I've had stalkers myself, and, you know, especially the kind that do threaten you and give threats. Those are the worst kind, but what are you going to do? Yeah, it's definitely one of the parts of live podcasting. There's only so much I can do to protect myself. I can't watch my whole peripheral view when I'm here either, but you know, it is what it is. It's the world we live in, and, you know, I'm not going to let it stop me from being me or doing the things that I want to do. I'm feeling more confident now. If I were to see him again today, I would be more assertive. Yesterday I was a little more in shock, so if he came into my space now, I think I would be more assertive and tell him to get the heck out of here. So we'll see. And most of the people like that are cowards and really don't want that kind of attention. So, and I've got all these guys here that work here every morning with that are here, that are alerted to the situation now, and I know that they would all come to my aid if I needed them. And like he said, there's a policeman here most days too. So anyway, let's get back to fun stuff. So I was trying to show you some of the different ways to do rainbow, and like I showed you with the red, you can also go with a pink for the red on the rainbow. So if we went with orchid, princess, and peach, sorry I forgot buttercup, I'll try to remember that tomorrow, and then splash, or turquoise and splash, you can see that that's a really pretty pastel rainbow. Isn't that gorgeous? I think this would be beautiful for a baby room. And you could also go in with some white. If you wanted to do more than 5 colors, you could add some white in there. What if you did white in between each of the colors? I think that'd be so pretty. So then you could go even more pastel. You know, it depends on the look you're going for. But what if you were going to do a mandala or a mobile in a baby room? Look at that. That would be going full-blown pastel. Now this is minus the yellow, but just gorgeous. And if you took out the orchid, imagine these 4 colors with yellow in the center. That would be the Cynthia, yes, I write lots of books. My 2 newest books are Motif Magic and 80 Handmade Gifts, and those links are both at the top in the video description below of all of my videos. And you have links to all sorts of other things there. But those are my 2 newest books, which would be books 15 and 16, 14 and 15, somewhere in that range. Then you could also go more vibrant for, the rainbow, and that would be doing violet, navy. Let's see, would violet go before or after navy? Maybe Roy G. Biv, indigo, violet. There we go. You know how to figure, if you can't remember the sequence of rainbow colors, you do Roy G. Biv, which is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. See, I almost messed up again. Okay, so we start here. Forgot yellow, but we could go with peach and red. See, there we go. There's a little more traditional. I really like the idea of bringing in splash to the mix too, because I like the idea of bringing in turquoise to the mix too. So if we did, I'm not going to get this today. Let's see, if I lay it flat on my arm, like a waitress carrying plates, maybe that'll help. So we'll come back. And again, remember we're missing buttercup yellow, so that might tie this in better too. But see, isn't that a nice rainbow as well? A little more traditional in the colors. I just think it's amazing that in 15 colors we have so many different ways to do rainbow. And depending on the room that you're looking to decorate or the person's colors, there are so many different ways you can do rainbow. So this would be a more traditional coloring of rainbow. And then remember, we had a couple different ways to do a pastel. You could also bring in Diva instead of Cherry. That's a great way to see Diva. You know how yesterday I was saying that Diva was kind of blown out on the camera? It's really a vibrant raspberry pink, hot pink, and when you look at it next to a traditional red cherry, you can see how vibrant pink that is. What else am I going to show you? Oh, I wanted to show you how traditional this is for Christmas. I picked red and green that were super traditional for Christmas colors. If you want to do a bib for a baby's first Christmas or something like that, or ornaments on a tree, those three look fantastic together. And then as a patriotic theme, I also made sure that the red and the blue and the white look very much like an American flag. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Gail. I hope she has a speedy recovery. I know lots of people like American flag blankets, and I think these three colors would be absolutely gorgeous for a patriotic blanket. Does anybody have any questions or want to see any of the colors put together? Be happy to pull up any of them. We'd be happy to pull any of them together. Or if you just want to see all the blues, all the greens, all the pinks. There's our buddy behind me. Hey, buddy. Sherry wants to see the pinks. Okay, I think the best way I can show you the pinks is to show you this one again. And that is with peach and princess pink, orchid, diva, and violet. And I can hold those up here. So we'll start with peach, princess pink, orchid, diva, and violet. Okay, and then I saw a blue and a green. All right, so for green, we'll go with mint, turquoise, and clover. Boy, and that would be pretty with white too. You can add white to any of these and that would be so pretty. And then for the blues, we could go with Prince and Splash and Navy. So pretty. And then you could pop white into there as well. And then because blue, oh, and what about adding platinum to any of these as well? In fact, let me take that a little further. Platinum and white with any of these colors is gorgeous. So platinum and white with Diva, platinum and white with Cherry, platinum and white with Violet, platinum and white with, or platinum and Snowflake with Orchid, Splash. Oh, I love that. Some of these are actually very sophisticated color palettes and not necessarily baby. They'd make amazing blankets and throws for your living room. There's turquoise, clover. Oh, I did Diva already. Prince blue and princess pink and peach. What am I missing? Oh, and navy. I mean, they all look good with these two. If you did a pop of color on these two, you have very sophisticated, like I said, forgot buttercup. Buttercup looks really pretty with those too. So if you're doing a sophisticated baby baby palette, those would all work really beautiful. But if you're doing something for home dec, it'd be really beautiful too, like an Afghan with motifs or stripes or chevrons, all sorts of things. And keep those in mind for doing even mandalas. You know, as you may have seen, because if you've already done my mandala pattern, remember this is an existing pattern on my website, you see that I've done it in one color before, and I've done it in multiple colors before. So there's no wrong way to do these. It's just by choosing the colors that sing to your heart, or the colors that you feel inspired would go for whatever room or person that you're decorating for. Mandalas are great great gifts. Absolutely great gifts. And they don't take that long to make. And depending on what size hoop you're going to use and how big you want them to be, they could actually be very small. Like if you finish this one here, that doesn't even, probably takes an hour to make one that size, not long at all. And but one of the questions I get asked a lot about the pattern is that people will see the photo that I have of the two different colors. I have a solid color one and I have a multicolor one in the pattern photos. And people will email me and say, I really like this pattern, but you didn't give instructions for both of them. And I write back, sorry you feel that way. However, they are the exact same instructions. They just look that much different when you change colors. Even these. I mean, you can hardly tell that that's the same stitch pattern, let alone if you did one in a solid color. So no matter how you combine colors or don't combine colors, do it in one color, two colors, three colors, 10 colors, it doesn't matter. However you do it, you're going to look different, which is so cool that you can take one pattern and make it look so many different ways. Shoot, I had another question from yesterday that I wanted to address here this morning, and I forgot. Maybe I'll remember tomorrow. But we are almost out of time, so let's take this last minute here to look out on our gorgeous view. The sun's finally coming out too, yay. Ooh, and look at, now that the sun is coming up and it's lighting up the sky, you can see our colors are changing here so much. Yeah, there is the whole subject of color therapy. I did not see your name. Maybe Barbara, she said colors can change your moods. Absolutely they can. There's a whole theory, a whole subject matter of color theory and color therapy and how different colors can absolutely change your mood. That is very true. Anyway, let's take a moment here to look out on this gorgeous view, which the colors have really muted now that the sun is coming out. We see a lot more blue and white in the mix. Soak in the sounds of the waves and the colors and set our intentions for the day. Thanks so much, everybody, for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the sunrise, the sound of the waves, chatting with me and everyone else here. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.